What's going on, guys? We are live now with the Arrma Infraction. There's been a lot of questions about this truck, so I'm hoping that I can go ahead and get these answered for you. We just started going live, so um, we are going to wait for a couple people to join. When you guys join, you gotta let me know a couple things about quality and stuff like that. So I know somebody just joined. So what's going on, Mike? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to our live chat. Charles, what's going on? How you guys doing out there? How does the audio sound? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, sorry about that. Bumping the table. A couple people are joining. Sorry, this thing's not scrolling just as well. Hey, what's going on? Great Lakes RC. Got a couple people in the house. Noe's in the house. What's going on? Brian, what's going on? What's up, guys? How does the audio sound? You guys have to tell me what's going on. Audio sounds good. It's a little glitchy. Yeah, I got it kind of on a table, so it's kind of if I hit it, it'll kind of bounce like that. Sounds good. Appreciate that. What about the quality? Metro said it's bad. Okay. Audio is good. I'm getting more goods than bad. I only heard one bad. So, okay, cool. What about the quality? How does that look? How does the picture? Is it clear or is it not clear? It's all good. Okay. So we'll give everybody a few more minutes because I know sometimes YouTube doesn't give out these notifications for this. So we'll give everybody a couple more minutes. What's up, Marco? We'll give everybody a few more minutes to join in. But I'm going live on this because there's a lot of questions about this truck. I could do some up close and personal stuff and just post a video up, but I think it may be good to answer you guys is what's going on. All right, cool. Everybody's saying it's clear. So that's a good thing. And I'm assuming the picture's pretty clear too. So Metro customer, what's up? My weekend's been going good. Appreciate that. Been busy coming from the Horizon Fest 2019, which was great. If you guys can get a chance, I'd recommend going next year. So that will be a good thing if you guys can do that. I apologize if I keep kind of bumping this and it jitters a little bit, but this is kind of what you get with a live video. You kind of get it as it comes. So video quality is good too. I appreciate that, Great Lakes. Great Lakes RC. Am I going to give one away? No, I don't have one to give away. So maybe Arrma will do a giveaway or something. I don't know. Yeah, Jerry, I leave out Saturday. I didn't stay long. So basically, guys, I went this weekend to the Horizon Fest that was in Illinois, and it was fun. I mean, I was there Friday all day, drove outside all day. And then I was there partially Saturday. I had to get back to take care of some stuff here in Atlanta. So it was went down there, met a few new people. We drove cars. I drove cars all day. I mean, I literally did. So, and I had a good time down there too. So what's going on? You guys are coming in. I see about 30 people. We'll give them a few more minutes. We'll give them to about 5 or 6 minutes after, then we'll get into this live kind of Q&A with this truck. I know there's some questions coming in, and I want to kind of get up close and personal with it if I can. And then maybe flash some lights because I know some of the questions are, can you raise it up? And yes, you can. And we'll go through that. You guys want to look at the battery straps. Some people want to look at the construction of it. And you want to know some of my thoughts of driving it so far because I've driven the heck out of this thing in the last day and a half or so. So I want to show you guys, if there's any wear and tear, I want you guys to kind of see that and stuff as well. Will it overheat, drifting? And those will be some of the questions that we'll ask. So, Michael, if you can ask that question in a few more minutes, once we get a few more people joining, if they join, then we can get those answers. So we'll give everybody about a minute and a half to join if they're going to join, then we can go from there. Yeah, the Horizon Fest was cool. They had some giveaways and stuff, some raffles, I should say, as well. So that was pretty cool. So, hey, I got a notification. What? I even got notifications on my phone, y'all. I'm going live. That's funny. Normally, I don't get notifications, so I don't know if you guys got notified or not. I did say 9:30, but I had to change it up to 10 o'clock because I had to do a couple of things. So, sorry, I know there's a couple questions coming through. Uh, yeah, the truck is good. I haven't flipped the truck not once, and I've been running it on 4S and 6S. So I'll go ahead and kind of get into this truck here and talk about a few things with it. So I got the truck about a day and a half ago, and I ran it yesterday. You guys saw that on my way back. There was a lot of rain and stuff going on here in Atlanta. So kind of on my way back, I went ahead and pulled over to the side, and I drove the truck, and it was fine. And I actually drove a couple of packs through it. I did a super speed Saturday. You guys saw that. So real quick on the, and I'll answer some of these questions. I see it asking about the XL1, comparing it to it and stuff like that. I'll get into that in just a minute. So if y'all can just give me a second. I'm going to talk and then I'll answer you guys' question. So on my super speed Saturday, I was going kind of downhill. So it did give it an extra mile or two per hour in speed. So when I tested it on the flat ground that I ran today on 4S, I got 60 miles per hour flat. And that was on 6S with stock gearing. It still handled great and stuff, but it wasn't the 62. So I did do a video earlier with a friend, and I'll try to post that tonight or tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tonight. If you guys want to see it tonight, if I get 3 yeses real quick, I'll go ahead and post that as well. But on flat ground out, and I know my GPS sometimes has a problem in the area, I got 60 miles per hour on 6S, and then it was about 42 on 4S. And I was using 50 C lipos. So of course you use higher C lipos, you can get yes, yes. Oh, okay, okay. I'll post it. I'm just playing. I'll post that tonight. It's like a minute and a half video or something. I was trying not to swamp out the internet with too many videos of it, but I guess the more the merrier. There goes some more yeses. So I will put that out there. It was 60 miles per hour flat. So I'll put that out there after this live video so you guys can see that. The truck is run fine. I've had a few friends run it, and some of them are actually on this live chat, and they've seen it run today, and they may comment as we're going through this, and they may give some of their thoughts on it because they were all there. So it's been fine. I mean, the truck is $599. For some people, maybe a little steep, but they do have the Limitless coming out as well. So with tax, you're going to pay about $645, $650. It depends on what state and stuff you're in. So so that gets the first thing. I appreciate that too. That gets the first thing out the way is the cost is $599. Okay. So with tax, like I said, it's about $645 to $650 is what you're going to pay for the truck. It does come with, I do have over here, it does come with the DX2E radio, and this does have ABC on it, and it also has, if you guys can see here at the top, get that to show a little bit better, it does have these 3 buttons for 50%, 75%, and 100%, which is good. So that gets rid of the radio, and you can adjust the ABC if you want on there as well. All right, so let's get to some quick questions that you guys may have, and then we'll take off the body and get a little bit in depth. So people ask, how does it compare to the XL1? I think that the Limitless will be a better comparison to the XL1. Not saying that this isn't, but the Limitless is made for speed, all-out speed, which is the XL1 is made for it too. Now, these both are designed somewhat on the same chassis. There are differences within the two, of course, for the Limitless to handle more speed. Like this does come with a center diff, and it does have 46 teeth on the on that differential, unlike the 50 teeth that are on their off-road cars. And the Limitless, of course, comes with a spool, and it has 34 teeth on it. So that's one thing with that. So what are your likes and what are your dislikes? So far, I don't dislike anything about the car. You know, I'm not trying to puff anything up or anything like that, but I did purchase this for the reason that I wanted to try it out, and I like trucks. You guys know that I had a Sentin, and I still do, that I was converting over to something similar to this. I kind of wanted that NASCAR type on-road truck, and this came out, and I said, oh, there we go. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's large enough. It's 1/7 scale. It's bigger than a Sentin and stuff, so that settled that there for me. Would like to see it run off-road or do a few jumps. Yeah, I'll do that. Trust me, guys, I will. I want to get some runs in with it. I don't want to go too bad. We're not saying that it's going to break, but parts aren't available just yet. So servo is fine. I thought I was going to have to switch that out, but it's been working fine with this truck. It's actually very responsive and it turns better with, to me, with these smaller tires and wheels on. Even though it's the same one that comes in their 8 scale cars, it's been fine for me. So I haven't had any problems with the servo. Somebody said somebody depends on 11-year-old. You can adjust the speed. So if you did get this for the kid, put it on 50%. You can buy a 6S and put it on 50% and run it like that. How are the tires holding up? I will show you guys that. The tires have been wearing down. I've driven it, several times today alone on 6S and 4S, and the tires have been wearing down. But that's going to happen when you're driving on road, especially at 6S. So the metal bars are plastic. I'll show that to you guys. So let's talk about, I guess, work our way from the outside in. The body's held up fine with it. No problems with that. The roll bars are plastic. You heard 75% of the parts are compatible with the 8 scale line. Now, Marco, if you're still on, I know we were doing some measurements real quick. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, we were just doing some measurements. We don't know exact fits now. There could be some slight differences. The Typhon front A-arms should work on there, but the rear A-arms seem to be a different size. Now, I'm not 100% sure on all that, but I know we were looking at and doing some quick measurements, and we actually had a Typhon out there today, so we were looking at that. So does it have air conditioning? Yeah, it has air conditioning in it. You heard the tires cost only $4 for all four. No, the tires alone are $29.99. They have them listed on Tower. There's no image. And then the wheels are $29.99. That's just for two. So just for tires alone, you're going to pay about $60 for those. And then, of course, wheels are going to be $60. So you're looking at $120 for all four tires and wheels. Can we use bigger tires for it and lift it up a bit more? Now, you possibly can use bigger tires and wheels. You just can't get them too big because as when I take the body off and get closer, you'll see that they may actually rub into the chassis. And of course, they rub into the body right there. But you can use a slight larger size tire diameter on there. But if you go too big, you're going to have to either trim that body so they can fit or get a different body to fit on there. So hope that answers his questions about tires. So, so this came in too fast. Hold on, let me scroll up some. Somebody said, what can improve on this truck and what upgrade parts are available for it? So there's possibly not any upgrades for it. As far as improvement goes, I haven't had the truck long enough. I haven't seen anything wrong with the truck. I haven't had any issues or problems with it. And I don't see anything that's going to need improvement for it. I'm sure over time there will be a little nitnats that people say that they're having problems and issues with. And of course, Arrma's been good at looking at that and improving that. So let's see. This is gonna shake a little bit. Of course, the body may rub. It appears that the Typhon A-arms will fit. Okay, will fit front and rear. So he was doing measurements earlier. I had a friend out. And he was doing some measurements to see. So it's possible they will fit. We don't want to say 100% because we want y'all going out about a whole bunch of Typhon A-arms and they don't fit. But we'll have to look at some of the specs on them and, cross runs. But he did a measurement of them and they were pretty much spot on. So why would you do it? I'm assuming you're talking about the tires. Can I put these wheels and tires on the Granite? If you got the 17 millimeter adapters, you could because they are 17 millimeters. They'll fit on any car that uses 17 millimeters, of course. Options for a touring body, not yet. It is 7 scale, so we did have an X01 out today, just doing some comparisons and stuff. This is a little bit longer than the X01 because of the back portion of it, the back plastic part. It does stick out more than the X01 does. So if you got, let's say, the Corvette body that fits on the X01 and stuff, you're really going to have to do some trimming to get that body to fit. Okay, hopefully that answers that about that. Never mind, it's fine now. Okay, I don't know what your question was, Joseph. So like I said, we've driven it, haven't flipped it, haven't scraped my body up or anything like that. So I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna go on a little bit closer real quick. You guys can see this. I'll take this body off in just a minute. So as I've been running it, I do recommend, let me get my other light real quick so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Reach over here and we'll use some technology. I want to show you guys a couple of things. Get this light going. So you can possibly see right here where my finger's at. The that it rubs just a little bit. So that's something that you guys may want to, when you get the truck, go ahead and put some tape over that so that the tires won't rub on there. Or if you stiffen your shocks up, you probably won't have that problem, but it will affect some of the handling. So that's something that's happened with that. A couple questions are coming in. I'll leave this here and leave that on. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Never mind. Let's find out sometimes can you show? Yeah, tires on a Typhoon will do that. How did it handle? Will it overheat when drifting? No, it won't. Well, now we ran it back to back to back to back. I mean, I ran it, I think it was 4S and we put a 6S and we were really going out. And it did get hot. I think it got up to about 180 or 90. But that was literally back to back to back. And I was just drifting hard and stuff. And then we had to let it cool off and it cooled off. And then we got back to running it on 6S and didn't have like any problems. But if you're just going out honking it, you possibly may have an overheating issue, especially if you have some high C lipos. But I didn't see it with this. It did get hot though. It really did. And I'll have to show that to you guys. One day I'll just get out and run it on 6S and leave the stock gearing in it and run that so you guys can see that. So let's see, you guys, Typhoon ARs, yes. Do you think it'll do 80 miles per hour with the speed gear? Yes, and we will test that really soon. We did 60-ish out the box. You can possibly rally style drive it too. Wonder will the clear bodies be in stock? I don't know. I saw the clear bodies listed on Tower. I haven't checked Horizon yet. I know this is getting a little blurry, but I'm trying to read through some of you guys' questions as well. So, different bodies, possibly at some time, guys. This is new now. You got to remember that. There aren't that many 7-scale designs out there at all. I mean, the closest thing to looking something like that would be Associated created the SC8, and then HPI had the Apache as well as C short course truck. But those were 8-scale, and this is 7-scale, so this is bigger than that. So over time, there will be bodies available, but you can't expect bodies to be available right now for this. So they do have clear bodies, but I'm not sure when they'll be available. I think I saw the painted body was 79, the clear body was 74. So will Arrma be providing a power system for Limitless? I doubt it. I don't think they will. They want you to be able to put your own stuff in there because they paid attention to what the speed guys are doing out there. Yeah, add fans to the motor would be good. You put a 12S system in there. The ESC possibly won't fit. Yeah, I'm going to take this off and you guys are going to take a look at the tires real quick. Do you think Arrma has a monster truck? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, you could do burnouts with it and all that. I'm going to try to get this to focus in more. I'm going to get this body off real quick. Put this down here. If it'll fit, big old body. All right. So I have been, like I said, running this, and you guys see the wear on the tires there. They do talk about tire maintenance in the instruction manual. So you guys probably possibly want to read through that and probably maybe after 1 or 2 runs work on rotating your tires over. So I don't know if they'll have a roller or not, or a kit. I have no idea. You guys are, I don't know. Like I said, this has just been released, guys, so I don't really have information on aftermarket parts and all that. You have to just stay tuned to what either Horizon release or Arrma releases on it. So I don't know. All right, so we're going through questions. If you guys, I see we have more people joining on. We're kind of getting up close and personal and doing some QAs on this truck as well. Now, as far as raising it up, you guys can see on the shock tower, there's 2 holes there. Right now, it's in the furthest hole. And if you move this out to the farthest hole, it will raise it up some. I don't know where the droop screw setting is set at. If I can get up in there, you probably can't see that well. See if we can get this up in here. Can we get it? We can't really see up in there, but it can be raised up a little bit. As far as bigger tires go, you have space in the front. You guys see that. And you also have some in the rear, but you're going to have to make sure that the offset is correct as well, so it won't rub into the chassis and, of course, the body as well. So possibly bigger tires can be fit on here. I do plan on trying some off-road tires at some point in time with this as well. All right, so let me go back over here. What's going on? We got Vaz in the house. What's up, Vaz? Car's been holding up well so far. Um, let's see what else is going on. I mean, you guys, you're gonna need tires. If you're running it like I'm running it, and I've got a lot of more videos on it. Me and some friends were out actually running this. The tires do smoke. I mean, as far as literally putting up smoke when you're running 6S and you go into some curves and stuff, the tires will smoke. They'll send out a little smoke and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It won't so much do it on 4S, but it'll definitely do it on 6S and probably 5S as well. So yeah, the Kyosho not rally tires may work. So we'll see about the tires. Like I said, the tires are going to be about $60 a pair, and you have to glue them yourself. And hopefully there's some Arrma glue that'll come out because we don't want to get some bad glue and run the tires come loose. But they've held up well, and I know these tires can hold up well to 100 plus miles per hour. So, all right, we got a couple more questions coming through. Blah blah blah. What's going on? A couple more people joined. Yep, the tires will smoke if you start doing donuts. They will smoke and they will wear some of the tread and traction down. I've done that a lot today. So the tires will smoke. Like I said, the car has held up fine. I mean, I did 2 speed runs with it. I'll post up the flat speed run. I got 60 miles per hour out of it on flat ground. When I did the first one, it did kind of have an advantage of running down the hill. It hit 62, but you get some higher speed levels, you'll definitely hit it. So yeah, Charles, come on up. We'll be here. Excuse me. On 4S, you guys saw it hit 42. What is the KV on the motor? It's a 2050 KV. So, Vaz is saying tires have been tested at 140 miles per hour. Yep. So cool. So we know if we do 120/30, it'll definitely hold up. So it's the basic Arrma standard 8 scale system they put in with their 8 scale cars too. So 2050 kV motor, 150 amp speed controller. I do recommend you guys look at adjusting the brake settings some because the brake settings are a little soft. You guys saw when I first ran, I was coming down the hill and I kind of lost control and I braked, but it didn't brake fast enough. So I do recommend if you get it to work, look at the brake settings. Try it out first to see how the brake settings are for yourself. And then if they're not suited for your driving needs, go ahead and make it a slight adjustment to make them a little bit stronger. Yes, you can fit a larger motor in there. I don't know up to what size yet. Somebody just said, Gary said, put a 22 in it. It does come with an optional speed gear. I think in the unboxing, it was early in the morning. I was trying to just do this to show this to you guys. It does come in, I believe it's going to be between, I think it's a 28 or 27. I have to relook and count it, but it can do up to at least a 20 something, a high 20 something pinion gear in it. So I plan on putting that in there and doing some runs with it as well. I think personally, if you're going to run this on 4S, the sweet spot may be about a 23 or 24, but I'll have to do some testing on that and check the temperatures on 4S. So, yep. So, Vaz is saying, because sometimes the comments don't show up even after you go live and post the video out, that you can flip the motor mount 180 degrees so the motor faces backwards. So you'll probably have to do some adjustments with the battery tray. I guess the battery is going to just fit on the whole right side instead of the left side. So basically, let me get up close real quick so you guys can see this. It's talking about flipping this over this way. And that means basically you'll mount the battery onto this side, or your batteries will be on this side. You won't have dual batteries on each side with that. So you guys can see that up close here. Let me see if I can get some light going real quick. So you guys can see how this motor is mounted up. Oh, my light didn't come on. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties on this end. All right, so you guys see the way that is, the way that's mounted. Get this to focus in a little bit better. There we go. Just so you guys can get an up close view of that. and how that's in there, up in there, if this can focus in. So you guys see that there? All right, what radio does it come with? We kind of went through some of these questions. Um, you guys can look up too. It comes with a DX2E radio, so it doesn't come with an STX2 radio. It comes with a DX2E radio with AVC, active vehicle control. So it does come with that radio as well, which is better than that other one. So better than that other Spectrum radio that comes with their 8 scale buggies and trucks. Oh, the motor will be on the opposite side. Okay. So you'll flip it. You won't flip it like this. He's saying you'll flip that over. So maybe I'll take a look at that and see how that's done. And maybe I'll do a tutorial video on that or something to show you guys about flipping that motor mount over. So, but I don't plan on with this one doing those type of speeds with this. Um, I will probably put a higher kV motor in it, probably a 2200 or something, and our 20. I got a 2250 in there. I'll put up in here, and probably put about a 20 or 21 to pinion gear and get some runs on that. Excuse me, to see how that runs. Now the Limitless is gonna be totally different. That's gonna be the you know, all out speed car. So I got a couple of ideas whenever that kind of gets in stock, and we can get that and get some running with that. So. All right, so let's see what's going on. I'm trying to see a couple of things with this, but I won't make this into a speed truck. I personally won't. I'll wait for the Limitless for that, and that's kind of what they created that for as well. So, all right, new. Let's see what other questions you guys are asking. Yeah, Steve, that's what I plan on doing. I'm not gonna do that with this one. Um, that's kind of what the Limitless is for. So. So if you guys are just joining, I see some people joining, coming back and forth. We are just kind of doing a live Q&A. We're going through some basic stuff with this truck here. Um, what diff fluid is in it. Now, like I said, not trying to be too hard on you guys. A lot of this information is on the Arrma website. If you guys go there and look it up, you'll see. I think it's 100 in the center diff, and I believe they did. What's going on, AZ? I forgot what they put in each one of the rear wheels, but that information is on the Arrma site. If you go there and look at the specs on it, you'll see what diff oil they put up in there. I believe they even put the shock oil out there too that they use in there, which is good. So you guys kind of know what you're getting and what you'll have to change on it. So someone wants to see the underside of the chassis. I'll show that in just a minute. What's going on? Appreciate that. I'm trying to do what we can to get some answers out. Some people actually ask me why I don't do this for some other cars. Well, there hasn't really been too many new things released. I mean, I know that there's some stuff coming out now. You guys know I don't do crawlers that much. There's nothing against them. I just don't. And then there's some solid axle monster trucks coming out and stuff like that. But this is kind of a game changer here. So that's why I spend a little bit more time on doing videos with it, because I want to see how it performs, and then also put them out there to get any questions answered. And maybe you guys can answer some questions about it too, or maybe have some tweaks you may want to suggest, because I'm open to certain suggestions too. So, what's the biggest motor I think that'll fit? I have no idea. We'll have to test it, but I won't. Like I said, for this one, I won't do the Limitless. I will. And there's a guy out there, I forgot his name. He got a Limitless to test and stuff. So. Is the Arrma Ascent 6SBX still worth buying after these new releases? Guess it depends on what you're going to do. I don't think there's any short course out there that can match it right now. So it's still worth it. So what's going on? We got a couple more people joining. Like I said, we're just going through a Q&A here, answering some questions. Some of the questions people asked thus far is, can you use different tires and wheels? Yes, you can, but you got to watch it, because you're going to scrape your body up if you put too larger tires and wheels on there. And of course, if you go big with monster truck tires and wheels, you're going to be running into the chassis. The tire is going to be too big and the car can't turn. So far, I've driven the car, haven't had any problems or issues with it. Haven't flipped the car not once. I mean, literally not once. And that's even running on 6S. And I'm running it with the stock gearing so far. I'll post up. I did a video earlier where I was in a flat surface where I ran it on 4S, where I actually ran it on 6S, and it got to 60 miles per hour. So I knew when I did it the other day, it was kind of going downhill, so that gave it an extra mile or two advantage. But still, 60 out the box with stock gearing is good, and that's without the speed gear. So I will definitely be doing a speed gear run coming up soon as well. So what's up, Adam? Appreciate it. So, what other questions? I know someone wants to see the underside of it, so I'm gonna turn this over real quick, and then we'll get up close and personal. Ha ha! I know I don't show myself a lot, right? All right. So we'll turn that over, and we'll look up close. Now, I did notice today when I was running it, two screws came out right here to the far right. You guys see that? So I'm not sure. And then we were looking at these screws, and with this, normally, and you guys would know a little bit more about this with some of you, especially you speed run guys. I think that different screws may need to be used there because these are sticking out, and you guys see that you guys see it's already rubbed on there some. So sorry, I'm trying to get to some of these questions down here too. I know you guys are talking amongst yourselves, which is good. So I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna walk down the chassis. Yeah, my chassis scraped up. I didn't do a chassis brace for it. So I'll get some two screws and put those screws in. I couldn't see those just working their way out, but I didn't check that when I did the unboxing. I was so excited about running this thing and stuff. I was like, yeah, let me just get it going. Let me get it going. Yeah, that's who it is. Innovation RC. So you guys want to check out the Limitless, go to his channel. He's doing a great job. He's done some speed runs with it, done some modifications and stuff. And I think he did a tire test today. So you guys can see that as well. So no, I didn't. That was Tony from CCXRC who ran his at the Horizon Fest on the 8 scale dirt. I did see the video of it, and him and I did chat for a while there as well. But we were kind of pretty busy at the event, running cars and running cars and running cars. So yeah, we're thinking that I know a friend. He's still maybe on. We were running this today. We really were, and we had a Typhon there. And we actually measured the front A arms, and they were the exact. And I believe I wasn't paying attention because I was doing something else. He measured the back, and he seemed like they were the same as well. So Marco, if you're still on, I believe you said earlier in your comment the front and rear were the same as the Typhon, but if you can chime back in, I don't know what the exact dimensions were on it, but maybe I'll try to get a set and compare it to it, or maybe it might be on Arrma's site or look at the part number or something. So yeah, it's got a lot of road rash on the underside of it. Got a lot. So does this show you guys kind of the underside of the chassis? You know, it is kind of built for some aerodynamics. So you see it's got that indent in the center of it, which is good. Um, I do recommend getting a chassis protector for it so that when it starts getting scraped up a lot, it doesn't dig too much into your screws. I should have did it for this one, but it's a little bit too late now. So, all right. So anything else on the other side before I flip it back over? Yay, nay, no. Okay. All right. Put this back down here. Yeah, I think it's fair for the price. You know, I don't think they're asking too much for it. And I'm not so much picking on the XO1 guys. When the XO1 first came out, it was revolutionary. It really was. It was an RC car that could go 100 miles per hour out the box. But it was like $1,200 when it first came out. So I definitely wasn't buying one of those. But I did have some friends that have it, and I saw some of the runs and stuff with them. And I think this XO1's about 7 or 8 years old. So I wish that Traxxas would start doing updates to their cars over the years, because the only thing they updated on the XO1 was the TSM, which helps it out a lot. But they really need to look at updating the tires and stuff on it, and updating the turbos and stuff for that. And right now, the XO1 runs at 749, and this runs at 599. So there is a 150 cost difference, and the XO1 is can do 100 miles per hour. People have gotten it up to 100, but I do believe it gets airborne. The one I had, I never got it up to 100. I think I've got it up to I think it was in the 80s when I did it, and actually it was kind of scary when I got it there because it was a little bit unstable. At that time, that one didn't have TSM on it, so we'll have to get that out and do some running with those as well. So can you re can I rewind? I wish I could. Just ask your questions. So Marco came on. He said yes, they're the same in front from what we measure. So we'll have to look at that, but we did measure them. We're talking about the A arms for the front and rear. So if you break those, you can probably just put those Typhon ones on there. What's the empty screw holes for underneath? Sorry, just joined. I think when they designed this as well, some of these pieces for the front bumper were also fit on a limitless, so you did see some empty screw holes. There are no screws that go there. It's made to fit probably on a different design, which is probably going to be that limitless. I don't have a limitless, so I can't do a side-by-side comparison. So if you guys just join, quick rewind. I'll take 10 seconds to say all this. We're just going over this, and people ask some questions. Yes, you can put bigger tires and wheels on there, but you're going to have to raise it up. It can be raised up just a little bit. I showed that in the shock tower. They do have two mounting positions for there, and you can adjust the droop screw holes front and rear for that. And maybe raise it up just a little bit. And they do give you some body mounts also in the bag too. So if you wanted to raise the body up and stuff, you can do that. As far as custom bodies, this thing is new, guys. So you can't expect the body to be available like next week for it. I mean, the car's not completely out yet. So you got to anticipate that with that. So we were talking about kind of the XO1. The prices kind of went down on the XO1. It says 749 right now. So I think that with the release of this and the limitless, Traxxas may rethink that. They may rethink what they're doing with the XO1. I mean, the motor in it is good. I think the ESC is good too. I think people change that out as well. But the reason why people are probably doing more comparisons is because it's just Traxxas had it for a while. They had the 100-mile-per-hour car they released. And you see that on the box and you're like, whoa, I want that. But it does need some adjustments to it. I mean, I think that over time they should have made adjustments to it. And that's just my opinion. I mean, I've had, gosh, 4 or 5 XO1s, literally. So got one now. So we'll be doing some runs and stuff with that. So the Limitless is going to run for $399. It's a roller. So you will have to put your own electronics on there. Yes, Joseph, you are right. There are very few 7 scales out there. So this is one. Well, Arrma's got 2 now. Traxxas has got 1. I can't think of any other 7 scales right now. You guys may know. So, oh, okay. So Ready Set RC said those missing screws are added to put screws in to make it spark. So that makes sense. That makes total sense. So appreciate it. Now you guys know I don't know everything. So I do have some smart subscribers and viewers. So I do appreciate you guys on that. And smart meaning intelligent, not smart meaning sarcastic, because there are a couple of those out there as well. Yeah, I think that I think there's going to be a lot more designs out there. It's going to be cool, especially if Proline makes like a brute body or something for it. That's going to be awesome. That really will be awesome, actually, if they did something like that. You're gonna wait for the parts yard to sell a roller. Well, maybe Arrma will do a roller later on. I don't know. It'd be cool if they did one. But we'll see. I believe at the Horizon Fest, and I didn't see this. I know, well, I did see the Limitless run, and it was getting up, and they actually put the Arrma system in there. And I believe when I came over and saw it, and then I left and had to do some stuff, people were talking to me. Someone said they got up to 120 miles per hour. That's with this stock BLX 180 system. So yeah, there you go. Kyosho's got one too. They got a 1/7 scale. So A arms fit. We're thinking that the Typhon A arms will fit, not the Creighton. It's not as wide as the Creighton and the Outcast. So will I get an Arrma Limitless? I'm gonna try to. They won't be available for a minute, but I'm gonna try to, or maybe Arrma's watching. You can send a brother on. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna. I know you're just joining. You asked about the longest motor you can fit in there. You can flip the motor mount 180 degrees to the other side, make some adjustments there. I don't plan on doing that with this truck. I'm going to save those modifications for a limitless because I want to keep this as a truck and run it like this. I really don't want to make this into a speed truck. I mean, right now it runs fine. I think I'm going to gear it up on 4S, but I am going to run it with the speed gear in it as well and show you guys that. So. All right, so let me see. There's a couple questions coming through. Do you guys want me to stay live? I know we got about 72 people on, so or 71 now. Somebody just stopped joining. Somebody just, as soon as I said that, they joined out. So I hope the audio and the visual is pretty clear. Yeah, T Dirty Light Boys, I like it as it is too. I may upgrade the motor, but then again, it's kind of fine for it. I may put a heatsink on the motor though, because I was running it pretty hard today and it did get pretty hot. So I'll put those screws on the bottom of it and I'll do some night runs with some sparks. How about that? You guys want to see that? Because I want to see that myself. What do you think people will do when I buy a Limitless and stick a VXL 6S system in there from Traxxas? Ain't nothing they can do. It's your car. I mean, the first run, RC Innovations or Innovation RC, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. First thing he did was put an XL1 motor in there. That'll be fine. If that's what you got, that's what you got, man. It's your car. Run it. I don't have any problems with that at all. I never should and never could. And for somebody to tell you that, it's like, really? It's your car, you run it how you want. I mean, you got a real car and you do what you want to it. So you going to keep it as a street basher? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take it off road too. Trying to think of some places I can take it to. I may have to change the tires and wheels up, which I probably would. I'm gonna raise the body up some. I'm gonna tape the inside of the wheel wells on the body so they won't get torn up too much. But do plan on taking this off road. And we got some ramps that I can do some small jumps on, but I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to tear this body up too much. Um, You want to see the graphics up close, Ryan? Okay, give me a minute and I will get up close on those for you. So some of you guys are kind of joining in. I know I'm kind of repeating myself for some of you guys that are still on. You can raise this up some. I'm not sure how much, probably about maybe a quarter of an inch or so, but you can raise it up. There's another adjustment on the shock towers to actually take the shock position to the outer position to raise it up all the way around. So you can get about maybe a quarter of an inch or something on there and adjust the droop screws as well to raise it up a little bit. You can fit different tires and wheels on here, but I wouldn't go too big because of course they're going to run into the body and monster truck tires are just not going to fit unless you really extend it out. If you were going to do like, I don't know, crate and A-arms and stuff on here, you can, but of course this body won't fit on it because it will be longer and you'll have to get new CVAs and stuff front and rear because these won't fit, of course, because of the long. All right, so let's see. I wouldn't change anything too much. Night run with sparks, yeah, I'll do that. Remove the splitter. I'm gonna leave that on there. Their promo video shows it jump like 20 feet. Yeah, I saw that. I probably won't do no 20-foot jump, but I will be taking it. Not so much to the skate park. This is not going to do good at the skate park because it's too low. And of course, the front end is going to scrape and rub and hit every time. So this will not be at a skate park. Somebody may do it. I mean, but not me. Yeah, you can flip the motor mount 180 degrees to the other side and use a longer motor in it. You can flip that over, so that means you'll be running the batteries on the left side and the motor will flip onto the right side and use a longer motor in it. I may just flip it just to show it to you guys. I'll have to look at exactly what it takes to do that and maybe set up a video like this or maybe just do a video for it. Probably won't go live because it'll take forever for me to take all that apart and flip it, but I appreciate that, Joseph. I'll catch you later. So you guys want to look at some of the stickers up close? I will get up close and personal again. Woo, 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 woo. So for those of you guys, they're probably asked because their local hobby shop either doesn't have it or somebody may not have a local hobby shop. So, but this is looking at it, getting a close up look of the way it does look. I may even put some lights in there. That'd be actually pretty cool. Looking at this up close, going around, you guys see some of the stickers there. Hopefully this can zoom in pretty good on that. I know it's kind of getting blurry a little bit, but these are some of the stickers on it. Going around to the back of it, of course. Can you guys see that? I know it's kind of somewhat blurry. And coming back around this way. All right, so do you guys have any other questions for me on this? That I have. I explained about certain things running it. Haven't had any problems or issues with it. Tires are wearing down, but you are smoking the tires when you are running with it. I'm just reading some of these comments real quick. Speed, run, jump your house if you want to, just do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run it, but like I said, I'm not gonna be jumping over houses and stuff like that with this. So that gives it a little bit more light there. You guys can see that a little bit better. So I like the decals they put on here. I like the way they did it. They kind of laid it out good. So I like the way they've decals, but I like the paint scheme of it. I wish they would have done two though. Maybe this color, and if they did, I don't know, like a blue or something like that with these color schemes or something like that, I think that would have been good. A blue or a red or something like that would have been good. But this is good too. When I first saw it, I actually thought the body was constructed like the Notorious. So if it flipped over, it kind of marked up on the outside. So battery trays. Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna go ahead and get my lipos real quick. I want to show you guys something. So do y'all mind if I step away for a minute? I know some people are like, where'd he go? I just came on. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So you guys chat amongst yourselves. Can you put a 110 scale short course next to this to compare the size? Most of my cars are in my trunk, but I do got an 8 scale buggy. How about that? That's about a short course size. I can get that. Yeah, blue would be sweet. So you guys talk amongst yourselves for 1 second. I'm gonna grab a couple of lipos and show you some stuff on this battery tray as well. Oh, okay. I'm back. You guys still there? We got about 62 people still on. All right. So questions came up about size comparisons with the short course compared to it and stuff. Let me do something real quick. All right. So I went ahead and got my Sentin body, and I'll put this on here real quick. Does that show you the size? You see it is bigger. And you guys should know that. But this body would look cool on there. That looks pretty good. Get that extended out. But I got a slash too I'm gonna put on top so you guys can see the size of that as well. So here's my slash 4x4. This is one of my, the first one that kind of came out. And you guys see the size comparisons. Hey! You guys see the size comparisons to a short course truck. So of course it's bigger because this is 10 scale size, and of course this is 7 scale size. So there is a difference there. Man, this thing is dirty. And then of course, this is my Mugen buggy, who showed out this weekend. He really did. At the Horizon Fest, I took this out and ran it a lot. So this is the size comparison for it, so you guys can just see the differences in size for that. All right, put those down there. And battery components. So let's get up close and personal again. I know you guys are asking a couple of questions. This is a long video. I guess we'll go an hour, huh? You guys want me to stay on and keep? I want me to end this. We went from 60 something down to 52 people, so yeah, it's pretty big. All right, we lost a couple people, so that's good. What we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about the battery trays. So hopefully you guys can still see this pretty well, huh? It's not too dark, is it? I can't really turn the flash on when this thing is actually going. I'm afraid if I start messing with some buttons, it's just gonna stop the video. Maybe Jay will give it away to one of us tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of it. Whoever says yes, they're gonna get a picture of it. How about that? So with the battery tray, I know there's been questions about it. These Velcro straps are long, so you can fit some pretty big batteries in here. They're really long. I don't recommend you get this and trim these down until you know what batteries you're going to use in it, because you could trim it down and end up getting bigger batteries and not fitting them in there. So, but they do have this adjustment where my index finger's at, so you can fit longer batteries in there by just sliding this back, or you can take this up to right about a little bit less than halfway, because halfway mark is going to be where my finger's at, and this stopped right here. So these are my Awanfi batteries. If you guys haven't checked these batteries out, these batteries are good, guys. I really do enjoy these batteries, and they're cheap too. $24 for a 2S and $50 for a 4S. So their 4S, the reason why I got these, because their 4Ss are a little bit big. I don't have their 3Ss with me right now. I didn't bring any in. But if we were going to fit this 4S in here, we could fit this in here pretty fine. We have to adjust that back a little bit. And let's say we were going to do, because I know you guys are going to do it. I know you guys are going to do it. 12S. So a 12S is going to be about that. It's going to be a 4S and a 6S, of course, together. And it's probably going to be about that size for putting a 6S on this side and a 6S on that side. Because I know you guys are going to do it. I know it. I know it. But you see with these straps, that may fit on that way. And then this could fit on that way. And the body will still fit. So if we put two 6S levels in there, let me get this body real quick. It's still going to fit and it's not going to stick up. So maybe that's why Arrma was talking about the Limitless. So that's with a 6S in there and it fits fine. So if you guys wanted to use a 6S LiPo, you could do that. All right. A 6S LiPo on each side, that is. But then you got to get a bigger motor unless you got, yeah, you got to get a bigger motor put up in there. So then you have to do it on one side. So I don't know about two 4Ss because the limit is going to be right about here with that. So does that answer you guys' questions about the battery and the battery tray, adjusting that and stuff as well? Yay, nay. I'd rather spend $40 to $75 on 4 Panthers. Okay, that's fine. Those batteries are the Awanfi batteries. So Jack Wool's the guy who owns that company and sends those out. So. All right. So we got a few people joining, some people back and forth, walking back. Yeah, this one's pretty big, so. All right, so what other questions you guys may have? I think we'll stay live for until 11 o'clock Eastern Standard. So we'll stay live for another 6 or 7 minutes unless y'all want to talk amongst yourselves. And I'll put this back on real quick. Bam, there you go. I need to play some music. All right, a couple people are leaving. All right, appreciate it, Ryan. Have a good night. Overkill RC, you're out. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining. Got some people leaving out. Like I said, we'll stay live for another 6 minutes till 11 o'clock. I think that's you to ask about the Helion. It's been fine. Hasn't been any problems with the Helion. I think someone said that is it Gil Losi Jr. who's partners in with that is not going to let Helion go. So I'm not sure what all is going on with the Helion brand, but they have some good stuff. I think that they should have left their cars at a cheaper price when they released them. So I think they'll sell a little bit better if they lower down the price of it. So needs to make a video with Intrac. I'm not sure what you mean by that. We were going to today, actually. We started to. The XO1 was geared like it had a 29 tooth pinion gear in it. And I mean, this has got an 18 in. I didn't bring my toolkit. So it wouldn't have been too much of a fair run if we had ran it like that. And then he had some issues with his XO1. I think his battery or solder connections came loose or something like that. So he's going to work on putting some XT90s, I believe, on his XO1, and we'll get running. I'll get my other XO1 out and run it. So, but there is a video coming with an XO1 versus this. Someone just said I have an XO1. Which one do you think is better? So they're asking me which one do I think is better. This is a newer car, so you have to also realize that the XO1 is 8 years old and there hasn't been any updates to it. So when you buy the XO1, you are going to have to do some modifications to it if you're trying to get up to the 100 miles per hour. One thing you're going to have to do is add some weight to it because it does get pretty light at higher speeds. And then the tire compound does need to be worked on as well. If you're on a smooth, flat, heated surface and the tires are pretty warm, you'll do pretty good. So I just think that Traxxas is either they're going to or they need to rethink the XO1 because they did add TSM to it, which helps it out. But I think, in my opinion, it needs to be a little bit heavier and maybe a tad bit wider if they can do that. Keep it within their 1/7 scale spec. So we'll see. I mean, if it wasn't for cars like the XO1 and stuff, we probably wouldn't have cars like these. I mean, so as far as which one is better, I've driven the XO1, I've driven this one. I love driving this truck. My XO1 spins out because of the tires. So we put some better tire compound on it, won't spin out. This only spun out periodically. But if you know how to drive and go into corners and accelerate and stuff, it'll catch itself and go. And I've got some video of that I'll try to put up as well. The XO1 can't do that because of the tire compound and kind of the way it's designed. But it is designed to do, flat out speed with that as well. So as far as the two are concerned, it's like comparing an older car to a newer car. The newer car is going to have the new functionality. It's going to run better. So does that kind of answer your question? I still, like I said, I've had 4 or 5 XO1s. And I thought they're good. I mean, for what they are. But this is something new and this is something different. But the biggest comparisons for an XO1 is going to be comparing it to a Limitless, not comparing it so much to this truck. Because I think that the Limitless is going to be a direct competitor to the XO1. So if I get a Limitless, I can do a comparisons of that and just show you guys how it runs and give you some of my thoughts on it. With that. Now, the Limitless does not come with any electronics, but it is cheaper than the XO1. So we'll have to try to match those up and just get them out and run and let you guys decide from running it. The radio's been fine for this one. It comes with the DX2E and not the STX2 radio, so this is more responsive and stuff. And it does have AVC on it, so that does help out as well. So. Car looks like it runs smooth, handles better than the XO1. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we ran it today. Going down the straight line, he had, his XO1 was geared. He had a 29 tooth pinion gear, and I don't know what kind of spur gear he had. It probably was a 52 spur gear. And we ran him on 4S. So, and right when we started running him, I think we ran him down a couple of times, and then he started having electrical issues. I think he had some adapters on there or something like that, and it wasn't functioning. I didn't want to film that at all because one is it's not a good comparison, and he was just having some difficulties with his XO1, and that wouldn't have been a good fair film or video for that as well. So yeah, I saw that 100 mile per hour. So somebody did put an XO1 motor in there and they ran it with that gear and it did 100 and it handled it. So that's good. That's why I need to get a Limitless so I could just get those two out and just run them, and you guys can see. You can be the judge from there. The goal speed with the Infraction is I'm going to see the biggest pinion gear I can actually put in there, stock out the box, and run it and see what I can do. It comes with a 27 tooth pinion gear. Somebody saw that out, and I still haven't looked at the box. But so I'll try with the 27 tooth, see if we can get 80 plus miles per hour, and then I'll go as high as it can go, which is probably going to be in the 30s. And I'll put that in there, and then I'll run it just as a speed run to see what it does. So that would be my goal. I don't plan on flipping the motor over and putting a bigger motor. And if I go bigger motor, it's going to be the same size, can size. It's going to be like a 2200 or something I put up in there. So Yeah, I am. We're gonna run cars together at some point. We need to get the XO1 up to par. We need to just get it running so that we can just get them out and run them. We'll do some comparisons to them and stuff like that. So, all right. See if there's a couple more questions because we'll probably stop this in just a few minutes unless you guys have more questions or you want to talk amongst yourselves. I can lead this running. Y'all can talk for the next 15, 20 minutes. So does that kind of answer you guys' questions about what's going on with this truck? Some of my, thoughts on it from running for the last day, day and a half. You guys know I was trying to accomplish this particular type of vehicle with the Centon, and it was okay. I just couldn't get it to. It was good, but I just couldn't get it to get it 100% right for myself. And I've tried that with other short course trucks. I've tried it with the Slash, and then the closest thing that would come to something like this would be the Apache, the HPI Apache, but that's 8 scale, and that's a little bit older than this truck. And the Apache will flip over if you go into corners hard. And then the associated SCA, which is no longer being made, neither one of those are. So, yeah, Arrma's very competitive, but I'll give Arrma props. They're actually listening to what their viewers or their buyers are saying and stating, and they're creating it, which is good. And they're doing updates to their cars and all that. So I give them props for that. Not saying that other companies aren't doing it. I mean, they may make slow upgrades here and there, but they're listening to the buyers, and that's very important. And I think that the price points and stuff are fine as well. Somebody said 599 was too much for this. Well, that's too much for them then. I mean, get the limitless when you can, or wait to find a roller if somebody has it, or a used one later on. But I didn't mind paying the money I paid for this. I think it's worth every penny. So, what do you think will be next for Arrma? I don't know. I have no idea. I hope that Arrma goes in and they start updating their two-wheel drive line because that's going to make them even more competitive on the market. They did have a pretty large size of two-wheel drive cars. They had the Fury, they have the two-wheel drive Granite. I think it was the Vortex, and then they had the Raider, and then they kind of disappeared for a while. I believe people were having issues with working on the steering and stuff, and I think they're working on the adjustments for that. I don't know, but it would be nice to see them re-release their two-wheel drive line, and it'd be cool to see how that is. So 24-hour stream followed by a raffle. Yeah. So I hope that Arrma starts to work on, because I think they're pretty much good. I mean, 8 scale market's locked down for them. It really is. I mean, they've pretty much got that locked down. As far as 10 scale market, they've got that locked down 4-wheel drive with their BLX series. You either the 3S BLX or the 4S BLX. So I think that the next thing they may do, I don't know, is work on their two-wheel drive line. It'd be cool if they worked on all those two-wheel drive cars and re-released them, especially the Raider XL. I miss that truck. I miss that buggy. So maybe they're working on that, guys. I don't know. Only thing we can do is kind of guess and just wait. Joe Durr, I think 599 is $ too much. Is too. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Joe, with that. Yeah, the boys. We'll probably end this in about 5 or 10 minutes. I see some people are still on here, so I'm not sure if there's questions they want to ask, or I got some eye spies out there. So, but it's all good. We as hobbyists don't have anything to hide. I definitely don't have anything to hide. You guys know I pretty much stated as it is with all my cars and stuff. And y'all know I got a lot of cars, and I've done over 2,000 videos on here, and I've had just about every RC car that's been released. There's a couple that I haven't gotten, like I haven't gotten back into Kyosho and Tamiya yet. And it's just sometimes hard to find parts for those, and some of them are just expensive for what there are. So, and it's not up to, I don't really buy them that much. I still buy Red Cat. I still buy Traxxas. You guys know I got Rustler 4x4, Stampede 4x4, the Revo 2.0 and stuff. Guys, of course I buy Arrma, everything that comes out. Arrma I get because I like them and they run good. I got low C, Mugen. I got all those. So, I don't discriminate, as one of my friends say, against any of these because RC cars. But some companies do design better cars than others. That's just what it is. Some companies put more work into it for it as well, which is good. And I just think that Arrma is really listening to the people that are using the cars and buying them and doing improvements. While also they come out with a version 4 of 75% of their line, and then also remake a truck like the Outcast and make it even stronger and better because they're listening to what we're saying. They're seeing aftermarket parts for it, and they're seeing what's breaking, and they're doing stuff for us. So the same will be done with this possibly. They'll probably, as time progresses on, maybe the next year or so, people will have certain issues or problems, and they'll address it, and then they'll look at it and then they'll do some upgrades to it. Maybe there'll be a 2020 version where they'll do something else with it. I have no idea. So, yeah, RC Jerry, yeah, the tower to tower brace. So, sorry, I messed up with deleting some words. Oh, okay, I just know what you were saying, Joe. Big scale, sand paddles. Yeah, that'd be cool to put on here. I kind of want to do this, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, y'all. I kind of want to put some paddle tires and run us across the lake. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, Daniel, appreciate you joining. So we have to wait about a month for you got to wait. I think they're taking pre-orders. Some hobby shops are getting them in soon. So will Arrma make a truck to compete with the X-Max? I don't know either. I know people ask me that. I don't know. I mean, I don't work for Arrma. I don't have insights or anything like that. I mean, it would be nice if they made a big truck like that, but who knows what Arrma has in the works? I mean, they surprised us with this. Who expected something like this to come out? Who expected something like the 4S series to come out? A 4S Outcast and a 4S Creighton. So they're busy at work, guys, which is good. Tires are holding up pretty good. I did show a close-up of that. I know you probably are joining late. They are wearing down, but they're holding up good. We'll see how they hold up in about 30 days. But they do have an instruction manual about tire maintenance as well. I believe it's set there to rotate them, so I will be rotating these tires tonight as well. The fronts to the rear, probably cross rotating when I rotate them. So the fronts to the rear and cross rotate them over and stuff. So Granite 4x4 V2, yeah. Jaytee, what do you think? Do you think this is really worth the price? I have my opinion, but I'd like to know yours. I do. I mean, like I said, I paid $650 for this, and I didn't hesitate to pay it. I wanted the truck, so I think it's worth it. And that's just me. You guys know I like RC cars, so it's when you see it up close, it does look good. It does run good. You will draw attention when you're running it, because I was just barely running it as I was walking into the hobby shop today for a minute to get some friends and stuff, and it caught a lot of attention. And when I drove it, it caught a lot of attention when I was driving on 6S, so people were like just talking about it and say how fast it is. And of course I did hot dog a little bit, so I was kind of drifting around and doing stuff. So I personally think it's worth it. That's just me personally. So two-wheel drive is fun to drive. Paddle tires, I say, saying yeah. Hot Racing is already making aluminum parts for okay, that's cool. I figured Hot Racing would be on it. Red Cat Black Ice Pro was my first. Love that truck. I've been doing hot for 20 years. You have finally inspired me to make my page. Cool, that's awesome, man. Yeah, when you get it up and running, you do some stuff. We'll give you some shout outs for some of the stuff you're doing. So that's RC Mike Man space _ So that may be kind of a difficult name to find on there on YouTube, especially with that space and _ characters in there. But shoot me back over some information. We'll check you out and see what you got going on over there. Thoughts on maintenance and repair? Difficult? No, I haven't had to repair anything. Keeping it clean is going to be something. I think I need to get a shroud or something to put over it. But it is an on-road car, so any car you run on road is, of course, going to get dirt and dust, and you guys saw that. And the tires are a rubber compound, so they do, when you're peeling out and spinning out, they do wear the tires on, and some of that does get on the inside. But I carry a paintbrush in I carry a paintbrush in my toolkit, so I just take that out and kind of brush the car off after running. So, Arlo says he has an X-Max. Cool, congrats. I saw an orange one at the RC or at the Horizon Fest. Looked pretty cool. And they were actually running 2 or 3 of them. You guys might have seen the video from Big Squid, they did a sumo derby. So it was funny. The guy turned his X Max in reverse because I think the first time he ran, he kind of jumped over the guy and jumped off the edge or something like that. So that was pretty interesting. So all right, trying to scroll down to some of these. I think you guys are talking amongst yourself. Yeah, dirt. That's the one was like $1,200, $1,300 when it first came out. Literally, it was expensive, and I thought about it. And I was like, ah. And I think Jane from Ultimate RC was the first one I saw do a thorough review on it. And Jane loved Traxxas, like a lot of us do, And there's nothing wrong with that. He just even said himself he couldn't see himself spending $1,200 on a car, so he didn't. And he was gonna take a Stampede 4x4, if I can recall his video, and build one from there. But then he saw it was a totally different design. They didn't just take a slash and lower it down and stuff. They actually did some new designs to it. So, but he didn't want to pay that, so he ended up kind of piece parting and buying a roller from eBay and putting his own electronics in it. And I believe he got 60 out the box on 4S, I believe. And he was saying that on 6S out the box, you only do 50 something. So he was pretty happy with that. And he was fine with the way it was. He wasn't trying to do 100 miles per hour, which I'm not trying to do with this truck. I will, if I do it, it's just going to see what kind of speed we can get with the stock out the box. Of course, 80 plus, and then I'll gear up a couple of teeth to see what we can get from there. But if you're really into the hobby, money is not a problem. Thumbs up on that. So, I think they're direction from the front tires to the back. All right, guys. So we'll probably be ending this. We'll end it at 11:15 in about 4 or 5 minutes. So you guys ask any questions to myself or amongst yourselves. Does it look easy to work on the diffs? Does look a bit harder to get to? No, they're pretty easy. There are a couple of screws. Some of these questions, and I'm not trying to direct this at UCL audio, but some of these questions can be answered if you go to the Arrma site. They do talk about the easy access to the diffs, couple screws to that, easy access to the motor mount, and they talk about a couple other things on there. I didn't quite see about flipping the motor mount 180 degrees, but that may be on there too. So I need to do some research myself and look on that site to see what's going on. So yeah, that first video was very, 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 very bad terrain. I was on my way back home from the Horizon Fest and I was crack fiending. So I pulled over to the side. For what area I thought was good, it had just rained. So it was still a little bit damp, but it was like driving on a sandy road, literally. Because it was a side road, I guess they just kind of made and they never maintained it and had rocks everywhere. So, and it still handled and performed well. When I was coming down that one corner, I did power slide off the side of the street, but it was not the best location to do a first test run and video it. But I wanted to show you guys how the truck handled, and it handled well in that location and stuff. So, what is the stock pinion? I'm sorry, some of these questions are not coming up. I was going to end this. 18 pinion, 27 speed pinion. So 12S setup by NJ House. I have to check that out. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Can you confirm the motor mount can be turned around? Yeah, it can be flipped to the other side. So it's a 180-degree flip from left over to the right is what you can do with that to fit a longer motor in there. The car is $599. So yeah, when you're old and have arthritis, it is hard to access some of that stuff. So yes, Jeff, it can be spun around. I think the tires are directional. Yeah, they are. We did do some rotation on those. So what trucks do I have? Yeah, that's a whole nother video. I thought about it, but I might leave it clear. The rear spoiler. Somebody asked, was I going to paint the rear spoiler? I might leave it clear. I can't see myself really painting that. Tires are made of rubber. They're actually pretty good. They do smoke if you go into a corner on 6S and you accelerate out, they do smoke. So yeah, these tires are a new type to the hobby. I mean, you guys saw one of my videos and I was doing a burnout. I mean, I had a friend do a burnout with one of his cars before, but he actually had to really get it going to do that burnout. So can't wait for the real test of this thing. Going 100 to 0 miles per hour in 1 second. Yeah, I won't be doing that, but all right, man. We'll catch you later. We're gonna be ending this probably in the next minute or two. So I see some people are joining. I know notifications are horrible on this, so I do apologize. They are bad. Sometimes people get them, sometimes people don't. So um, you guys that are joining, we did go through this truck. You probably have to go back to the video to the very beginning to get maybe some questions you may have, get those answered as well. So I hope that answers some of you guys' questions on here. So that would be cool to start a NASCAR type circuit with these. Yep, hopefully I'll be getting a limitless too. They're not available for a minute. So I do hope to get one because I do want to do some side by side comparisons. And I do speed runs, guys. A lot of things I just don't film. I don't have time to film. Sometimes I just kind of want to enjoy the hobby as well. But I do speed runs. There's a speed run crew. There's a couple of speed run crews here actually. I just haven't been out there because I was actually working on building a speed car. My low C8 was going to be my speed car. And I was going to take it to the Horizon Fest. I got a smaller spur gear. We're going to work on the differentials and stuff. I was going to do a lot. It was going to be my speed car. I started even building a wheelie bar and stuff for it. And then the Limitless comes out. I'm like, what? Oh, man, I'm not doing that. I'll keep my low C as the buggy. And then when that comes out released, I'll get that because it's got a spool and everything in it. And I don't have to do anything to it. So I was like, I'm gonna keep my low C as it is. And when that's available, I'm going to get that. So no problem, man. I appreciate you joining. Francis said he ordered one. Yeah, you got some nice additions there. I think it's the compound of somebody asked me what causes the tires to smoke. It's the compound of the tires. I'm not sure. I didn't see too much information on the tires, and I myself, I'm telling you guys this, but I'm talking also to myself. I gotta look on our site to do a little bit more research on to find out about the designs because it's really unique. It really is, guys. They've done a fantastic job with this truck. So I think this is once again. Peace out, Marco. I think once again, Arrma has set the bar and they set it high with releasing this, especially with the price point and everything. So it should make everybody take a step back and look. Now, you guys are going to see a lot of stuff coming out probably next year or two because of this. But Arrma's already got their foot in the market as far as this design and stuff. And I think that they've hit the ground and they're running. So, yeah, I do got a lot of RCs. So, all right, RCJ, we're going to be signing off here in a minute. I'm trying to make sure that there's no more questions. I know you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. I should just leave it running for a minute to let you guys chat. Yeah, I seen those tires on the Typhon when I was up there at the Horizon Fest. I didn't get to see it run, but I did see those on there. Yep, Arrma's definitely a game changer. They are definitely a game changer. So, all right, guys, I am going to end this. I'll end this in less than 2 minutes. So 11:20 Eastern Standard, I will end this. So I appreciate you guys joining on. Yeah, Big Squid. Yeah, Big Squid was there. You check my channel. I did a couple of videos. They had a sumo competition and stuff, so they were up there as well. So Street Sweeper TV, peace. And you guys make sure if you see people on here, you're not subscribed to them. Share the love, subscribe to them, see what they're doing, comment nicely on their content. It's not easy to make YouTube videos. Sometimes you get stuff and you just kind of want to do a video just to show you guys what it is. And sometimes we get stuff wrong. We're all human. So, check out everybody's channel and see what's going on and be nice, because it takes time to build a YouTube channel. It takes time to build videos and stuff. So, all right, Fast RC, good night to you as well. So, Grumpy or Old Man RC, one of them got hit by a car at 90 miles per hour. So, ooh, that sucked. For the car, for both of them, really. So, all right, guys, we got about 50 more seconds before I shut this off. I see people are dropping off, so that's good. Appreciate you guys joining on. I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. I appreciate your comments. Stuff is flagged and stuff, but I appreciate all you guys and what you do, not just for me, but just for the RC industry in total, because it's us that, you know, keep this hobby going and stuff. So I do appreciate that, Jay. I don't think. Okay. I don't think so. So I don't think anybody got hurt from that. So all right, guys. Well, I'm going to be signing off. You guys have a good night. I appreciate you all joining. Like I said, we'll be running this against the XO1. If I get a limitless, we'll be running against that as well because it's cool to see that. We'll do some small jumps with this as well. I'll do some running videos, basically what I always do, you know, and I'll take it off road a little bit and all that. But I think I'm seriously thinking about really gearing this thing and doing a run across some water. So, but we'll see. So, all right, guys, appreciate y'all joining. As always, if you have not subscribed to me, which you are because you got the notifications, don't forget to like this video. I probably got a lot of dislikes too because you know how that is. So, and